Think of the placebo effect, which demonstrates that our thoughts and beliefs can have a real impact on our health and well-being. Consider a pill made of pure sugar. Yet somehow it eases your pain, cures your cough, or even boosts your mood. This is a real and measurable phenomenon where simply believing in a treatment's effectiveness can trigger positive changes in the body. This suggests that the power lies not in the substance itself, but in the mind's expectation and belief. At the quantum level, particles engage in an intricate dance, defying our expectations of a fixed reality. Much like the ebb and flow of our emotions, the unpredictability of quantum particles reminds us that life's beauty lies in its dynamic and ever-changing nature. Think of the unpredictability of meeting someone new and the potential connections that can alter the course of our lives. Quantum reality, much like our social interactions, thrives on the unexpected. Quantum entanglement, where particles become linked across space and time, echoes the invisible threads that bind our souls to others. This interconnectedness mirrors the spiritual notion that we are all woven into the fabric of a shared cosmic tapestry. Consider the inexplicable bond felt with a loved one even when physically apart. Quantum entanglement, in a metaphorical sense, reflects the enduring connection that transcends distance. The observer effect suggests that our conscious gaze influences the behavior of particles. In our daily lives, the power of perception shapes our reality, reminding us of the spiritual principle that our thoughts mold the world we experience. Quantum theories propose a link between consciousness and healing processes, hinting at the spiritual concept that our thoughts and intentions have the power to shape our physical well-being. This synthesis of science and spirituality invites us to explore the healing potential within our own minds. Quantum phenomena, when contemplated with a spiritual lens, invite us to recognize the everyday miracles that surround us. From the blossoming of a flower to the laughter of a child, the intricate dance of particles echoes the enchantment inherent in our ordinary experiences. Pause and observe the beauty in the mundane, a sunrise, a kind gesture, or the rhythm of your own breath. In these moments, the connection between quantum reality and our spiritual experience becomes palpable. The most likely explanation for synchronized dreams involves shared experiences and subconscious cues. If two people watch the same movie, discuss a similar topic before bed, or experience similar emotional stressors, it's not surprising that their dreams might intersect. But things get weird when people dream identical details, specific locations, or even full conversations they never discussed in the waking world. This has fueled speculation about mental telepathy, a direct connection between minds that bypasses traditional communication channels. Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, proposed the concept of a collective unconscious, a shared pool of archetypes and symbols accessible to all minds. Could synchronized dreams be tapping into this shared realm, creating a bridge between different dreamers? And then there's the quantum leap entanglement. This mind-bending theory suggests that particles can become linked at a fundamental level, sharing their fate even when separated by vast distances. Could our consciousnesses be similarly entangled, leading to the synchronous sharing of dream experiences? We've all felt it, that sudden hunch, the unexplainable urge to avoid a certain path, or a gut feeling that leads us to the perfect opportunity. Intuition, often dismissed as mere coincidence, might actually be a powerful tool that taps into an unseen network of information. Intuition bypasses our conscious rationalization. It's a quick, automatic response that often defies logic and explanation. But could it be accessing a deeper layer of awareness beyond the limitations of our conscious minds? Some scientists propose that intuition might be picking up on subtle quantum fluctuations in the environment. These tiny shifts in energy, imperceptible to our conscious minds, could influence our subconscious and trigger intuitive urges. Imagine a single butterfly flapping its wings in one place, leading to a storm miles away. The idea is that seemingly insignificant events, like quantum fluctuations, can have cascading effects, influencing our intuition and ultimately shaping our decisions. But that doesn't negate the power of our internal compass. Studies have shown that trusting our intuition can lead to better decision-making, improved performance, and increased emotional well-being. Instead of focusing on the quantum angle, we can learn to hone our intuition through mindfulness practices, meditation, and introspection. By paying attention to our gut feelings and internal cues, we can unlock a powerful source of personal insight and guidance. Quantum physics and spirituality are related. To suggest otherwise may stem from a lack of understanding of what spirituality truly entails and, perhaps, a disconnection from the genuine essence of science. Throughout history, some of the brightest scientific minds were believers, finding spiritual connection through institutional religions, esoteric approaches, or a conceptual transcendent intelligence. The key is acknowledging that a complete understanding of reality requires standing on both the grounds of science and spirituality. Spirituality, in this context, is not confined to faith, religion, gods, or saints. It's more similar to a gut feeling and appreciation for the intricate machinery of nature. It involves surrendering oneself in awe of the vastness, intricacy, and beauty of the universe. Your brain, surprisingly, is already equipped for this task. The left side engages in rational analysis, while the right side offers a holistic approach for a deeper comprehension. The first level seeks what's, the second explores how's, but the elusive whys can only be grasped as a whole, a task masterfully handled by a well-prepared right side brain. It's no longer about understanding, it's a total apprehension of the whole as a whole. Let's simplify the merging of scientific observations with spiritual perception using the fundamental duality of consciousness and intelligence. Consciousness is static, absorbing experiences as a whole and seeking meaning, while intelligence is dynamic, processing experiences in parts and creating associations. This duality echoes in physics, position and velocity, potential energy and kinetic energy, space and time, electric voltage and electric current, frequency domain and time domain, hardware and software, and in quantum fields and static associated with dynamic boson particles. This duality is the universe's fundamental play, evident everywhere when you immerse yourself in reality. Some esoteric traditions take it a step further, proposing that the entire universe is fundamentally an infinite consciousness manifesting itself through infinite intelligence. Whether seen as speculation or a higher level of perception, these traditions project the static and dynamic symmetry found everywhere onto the universe as a whole. Imagine you're trying to paint a picture of the world using a special set of rules. That's kind of like what scientists do with quantum mechanics. It's a set of rules that helps us understand how really small things, like atoms, behave. But some people start to think that these rules aren't just a way of describing the world, but they're somehow the reality. It's like saying a painting is the same as the actual person in it. Clearly not true. In quantum mechanics, there are two main parts to these rules. One part is about how things change over time when we're not looking at them, and the other part is what happens when we do look at them. When we're not looking, everything behaves in a smooth and predictable way. But as soon as we look or measure something, a whole new set of rules kicks in. This is where the problem shows up. It's like saying a portrait only makes sense when someone recognizes it as a portrait. This problem is called the measurement problem, and even though scientists have been scratching their heads about it for a while, they haven't found a clear answer yet. It's like asking, what makes something meaningful? We're still figuring that out. So, where does consciousness fit into all of this? Well, our minds can understand and give meaning to what we observe. Quantum mechanics is like a guidebook for how things might work, but it's our consciousness that brings meaning to the whole picture. Quantum mechanics, a theory used for making predictions, is highly precise when we compare its calculations with observations. It's like a powerful tool that helps us understand the behavior of the smallest particles in the universe. Quantum mechanics is objective, meaning that all conscious observers should agree on what they observe. This seems to firmly say no to the idea that consciousness plays a special role in the theory. But the theory is more nuanced. It includes an extra tool for predicting measurement outcomes. This tool works well, but what does it really mean? What's the significance of a measurement? Who or what is actually doing the measuring? And why do measurement outcomes have to be real valued, unlike the complex valued quantum mechanical wave function? Most people don't ponder these questions, they just use the tool to predict and understand quantum systems. And that's the strength of the theory, its predictive power. Yet, these questions lead us to a fascinating exploration of our place within the theory. Everything we perceive as real is based on our senses, which convert measurements of quantum systems into outcomes that fit our understanding of reality. We don't directly see the complex quantum systems, we see a simplified version. This disconnect between the quantum world and our perception of reality is where we encounter concepts like wave function collapse and irreversible dynamics that give rise to an arrow of time. Sure, we can all agree on a shared reality and the flow of time, but it comes at a cost. We can never fully observe the complete quantum reality. And maybe that's okay. Without measurements, quantum theory is entirely deterministic, and we would lose the concept of free will and the arrow of time. This is where physics meets philosophy in a truly captivating way. Quantum mechanics invites us to contemplate our own place within the theory, creating a thought-provoking intersection of science and philosophy, almost like an Escher drawing that keeps leading us to new perspectives. If you found this video helpful, check out this other inspiring video. Subscribe to our channel, and remember, you can learn to create your own reality with your mind.